guest. So he'll be coming on next for you.
Great, thank you so much for the introduction, Sarah. What an exciting event. Our first Affirmation talent show, virtual and even virtual, right? During a global pandemic. Who would have thought that we could pull this off? So hopefully that's not pretentious and not over speaking, but I think we're gonna do this and make it work and make it work in style. So thanks to everyone who has joined. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks, Victoria. More thank yous to go around, and we're going to have a great show. I hope everyone is safe. I hope everyone is still practicing the proper social distancing and doing what they need to do to be healthy, to be safe, and to help protect those around you, right? This isn't all just about us, as we've learned. It's about staying safe so we can keep others safe. So without further ado, we're gonna just kick this right off, and we're going to have some singing from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. We're gonna sing Out There, and that's gonna be done by Elise Purcell Wilson. He prefers he, him, and without further ado, Elise.
Hello, everybody. Am I coming in? All right. I'm Yesip Purcell Wilson, coming from Hilo, Hawaii, Affirmation Hawaii chapter. And I'm going to sing Out There for you guys. I think it's an appropriate song for a pandemic. So here we go. Safe behind these windows and these parapets of stone, gazing at the people down below me. All my life I watch them as I hide up here alone, longing for the histories they've shown me. All my life I memorized their faces, knowing them as they will never know me. All my life I've wondered how it feels to pass a day not above them, but part of them. And out there, living in the sun, give me one day out there. All I ask is one to hold forever. Out there, where they all live on, to wear what I give, what I dare, just to live one day out there. Out there among the millers and the weavers and their wives, through the roofs and gables I can see them. Every day they shout and scold and go about their lives, heedless of the gift it is to be them. If I was in their skin, I'd treasure every instant out there, strolling by the Seine. Taste the morning out there like ordinary men who freely walk about there. Just one day, and then I swear I'll be content with my share. Won't resent, won't despair, old and bent, I won't care. I'll have spent one day out there. Hello, everyone.
That was absolutely beautiful. And on behalf of the entire audience, I'm going to give you a little Hercules kind of a clap. I put on the Frenchest hat I could find Earlier, I had my little Hawaiian flair, and I totally botched Yes's name. He's the VP of Affirmation Hawaii. So grateful. I love the beads. I love everything. I love Hawaii. Who doesn't love Hawaii? Who doesn't wish we could probably be there right now? But thank you. That was a beautiful song and from a wonderful movie. So we've just kicked it off. Are we having fun yet? I bet we are. I'm having fun. I'm in my house, as you can see. We've got some a lot of LGBT themes behind me, the flags, every which flag to represent the LGBTQ community. And then, of course, our no sides, only love and love loud. With a lot of things being canceled this year, you know what? We're getting creative. And thank you, Victoria, for such a great idea and the team that assisted with this to have this virtual talent show so we can still have wonderful events to look forward to. So thanks again. And now we're going to continue on with our next beautiful, wonderful human, Spike. Prefers the pronouns they, them. They are the Gothis member of the Bay Area chapter of Affirmation, and they'll be playing the violin. Spike, take it away. Yay, Spike, stay right there because I want to ask you a few questions. Spike, how old are you?
7.
7? Are you kidding me? That was performed like a true pro. How long have you been playing the violin?
2 weeks.
2 years.
2 weeks. I was like, 2 weeks. My goodness, Spike, that's amazing. 2 years. Well, I think you did an amazing job. I tried to find my coolest Gothis hat. I probably failed, but you did a spectacular job. Do you want to play it for the rest of your life?
Yes.
That's fantastic. Well, we consider you've got a whole new set of fans. I'm probably your biggest fan, and I mean that because I'm 6'7", so I'm probably literally your biggest fan. But you've got a whole group of Affirmation allies and LGBTQ individuals that are cheering you on and want you to continue and do your best. So thank you so much.
Welcome.
So awesome. Way to go. Bravo. Thank you. Okay. So, wow. I wouldn't want to be the one following Spike, but but given how talented everyone is, it's not a competition. We're just happy to have everyone who's participating today. And way to have the courage, way to have the vulnerability to share with us It's not easy, especially at age 7. I remember me at age 7, it was a bit, scary. If you can imagine me being in not chatty Kathy. I was very shy back in the day, but I came out of my shell, one might say. So without further ado, I'm really excited for this next performance. We had a little taste in dress rehearsal, just a tiny taste, but the next is from Vinnie Jones. She prefers the pronouns she and they, and she is going to be dancing a number for us. I believe she also teaches dance. And someone described Vinnie as a being of light. And having met her yesterday, I concur. So Vinnie, without further ado, can't wait to see you dance.
Oh man, what an intro. I'm actually a professional dancer choreographer, so that's like what I do. So yeah, I'm going to be doing an improvised dance thing today. So I don't know what it's going to look like. Hopefully you like it. For the sake of the music, I have to start it from the track before. So you'll hear some music and then the music that I'm actually going to be dancing to. And I have to share the music. Okay. Here's some music. Okay. Oh, let me double check my angle.
Yay! I loved it. Oh, beautiful picture too. Vinny, stay on camera for a minute. I love this day and age where dance has.
Hold on, my music's still going. Stop. Share. Okay, we're good.
We're good. I love this day. Why are you winded? I love this day and age where personally, I think dance is absolutely stunningly beautiful. The shows on television that give us an opportunity into the view of the dance community. So you think you can dance, World of Dance, all of those beautiful programs. Don't you think for a minute I didn't notice those pointed toes? I saw those pointed toes. And as Marianne Murphy would say, you just boarded the hot tamale train. Woo, woo.
I mean, I have been working for over 20 years on pointing my feet, so I hope they pointed at some point, you know.
They were fantastic. You know, the body is a beautiful thing, the movement of the body. One challenge I have having a 6'7" body, it's hard to control the movements as fluidly as others, but I would love to sign up for a dance class.
Okay, I mean, I can give you references if you want. I can give you links, places to go.
Okay, great. Anyone else, stay tuned because we'll post some links from Vinny about where to go if you're looking at some dance classes. And you know what? In this LGBTQ community, we know that dance, you know, should be genderless, right? It doesn't matter what gender you are. If you're feeling it, get up and dance, right?
100%, 100%.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, Vinny. You were an angel. You were the angel of light as promised.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm in awe of all the talent. When Vinny started to dance, I started to tear up. I was like, what's happening to me? I do cry. Okay. So next, we're going to have Carl Malschut. I hope I pronounced that right. Carl is the president of the Chicago chapter of Affirmation. And Carl prefers the pronouns he, him. And Carl will be sharing some poetry with us. Carl, when you come on here, tell us, did you write this poetry? Are you doing a reading or are you doing both? Carl, take it away.
Well, thank you. And it's Malkut, but everyone messes up in the Latter-day Saint world with pronouncing that, so it's fine. Well, these poems are my own, and I'm only going to share two if it's all right. This first poem, and these poems are kind of like Jewish queer liturgy things. As many of you know, I converted to Judaism. Vaughn, you're freezing. I hope everyone can hear me and see me still. So, can you? Okay, good. Thank you. So this first poem, every year, it's like our saddest Jewish holiday, and it's called Tisha B'Av, where we mourn the temple's destruction. And this poem kind of recounts this destruction, but it also brings back the divine feminine into our lives. And understanding that, like, why this, we're told by the rabbis in Judaism why the temple was destroyed is because we lacked in compassion towards each other, and why we didn't notice each other, and we othered the other person and caused division. So this poem brings back that divine feminist narrative into dialogue, but it also too recounts how women, even within the story of the Torah, have been treated wrong through time, and why we need to bring back a woman's voice, and why we need to bring back this divine feminine within our life. And this is just my first poem. So it's called The Temple of Our Humanity. Our mother, the Shekinah, mourns. She mourns because her children have forgotten each other. She mourns because she can no longer put her arms around us and solace, because we have chosen not to see the beauty she sees within us. She desires her temple again amongst us, and oh, how we cry for her presence. Let us call upon a compassion again and make it real. We have made many into the other and not understood that we may all have the same mother. Have we forgotten how Eve was unjustly blamed? Have we forgotten how Sarah was treated by Abraham? Have we forgotten how Miriam was punished just for speaking her mind? Have we forgotten the time when we were all strangers? It is now time to build. Healing will come along with the building. It is time for the Shekinah to feel safe dwelling among us again. She desires to embrace us and solace. Why do we cry as if we do not know what to do? We are all Am Echad, one people, one humanity. Let us build our temple, destroy our biases, surrender our selfishness, reject our own apathy, and find our mother again, so she may cry no more. All that we need is in our hands. Here is brick, here is mortar. Let us build it again. And for my second poem, during Passover, we sing the song called Daenu, that just means it would have been enough. And I composed this kind of based off of my own queer journey, and just using those words Daenu as a refrain of it would have been enough, and recounting how God, that oneness that I experienced, has guided me through coming out and everything else involved with that. So here it is, my personal Daenu. If you would have not guided me to stand up for a just society, recognizing the harmony of your unity, Daenu, it would have been enough. And smashing those moments where I worshiped aspects of your transcendental oneness instead of the unity itself, Daenu, it would have been enough. And causing me to notice the greater parts of the harvest of my life, those positive traits of the soul of kindness, justice, and shalom, Daenu, it would have been enough. If you had not parted those waters of fear that well up in my life at times, Daenu, it would have been enough. If you had not made my humanity a letter in that weighty scroll that myself and others are writing daily called Torah, Daenu, it would have been enough. If you had not recognized my struggle in accepting myself for who I am, and all my bravery and unbridled hope, causing me to find that Zion within myself, Daenu, it would have been enough. If you had not strengthened me through avodah, your divine service, I would not be able to share in building the ramparts of that temple of a better society around me. Daenu, it would have been enough. Daenu, 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 it would have been enough. But through this, you remind me I am enough, I am of value, and I am free.
That was amazing, Carl Malkut. I got it right. Wonderful. So, Carl, I love poetry. I think I get stuck on the whole rhyming bit, which isn't mandatory in poetry. And I loved your inspiration. So, when you're writing a new poem, what inspires you most? What kind of gives you that inspiration to jot it down? Is it just you wake up in the middle of the night, you got something in your head, or how does it come to you?
Well, I usually meditate maybe 5 or 10 minutes before I write something up, and it is something that's coming out of that meditation. So I had noticed especially with the Temple of Our Humanity poem, this idea of how much we're not putting the divine feminine in our lives, and reconciling that voice, and how much, in many ways, that voice would help us and to hear that voice. And I just sat in meditation, and I was like, I want to write a poem for Tisha B'Av. What do I want it to say? And then I was like, oh, well, these are the words. So they just flow onto the paper after that. Just a little bit of meditation.
Wonderful. Thanks for sharing with us. And I love the topic, divine feminism. I got on my best attempt for a poet's hat. So maybe I'll find some inspiration. I'll take some time to meditate as well. Everyone, thank you, Carl. Another round of applause. Great job. Appreciate you sharing with us. And now we're going to move on to our next talent. Margaret is a member of the Bay Area chapter, and she will be showing us her art. She prefers the pronouns she and her, and I don't know what kind of art, so I am on pins and needles, and I can't wait to see. Margaret?
Hello. Right now I am cosplaying as Remus Sanders. So I have my makeup on, my outfit. Let me get my, what is it? Screen? Just a second. Start broadcast 3, 2.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
All right. Here's my first drawing. And here's another drawing. This is all right. This is Linda in a crop top but with pink hair. Oh, the spikes. This is me but with some alternatives what's it called? Eyebrow slit and some earrings. Here is Phoebe but with regular hair. Oh, it's not showing up yet? Where is it? There we go. Yeah, this is Isaac in overall, a PB in overalls. This is it showing up yet? This is my friend Hope. This is my friend Colby. And this is my friend Tiffany. And yeah, how do I end broadcast? And yeah.
Margaret, that was fantastic. What does Phoebe, Hope, and Tiffany think about the pictures you drew of them?
I'm going to send them the photos later, but yeah.
There's some lucky friends. I'm just gonna say, you know, if my friends expected a gift of art of me drawing them, they would be very sad because it would look like a stick figure. They might appreciate how thin and svelte they looked, but I don't think they would like the abstractness of it all. Margaret, how old are you?
I am 12 years old.
Is Spike a relation to you?
Yeah, Spike's my younger sister.
Oh my goodness. So what, this family just got all the talent, is that what we're saying? You know, all right, save some for us, okay? I love the makeup. I love the art. It was really beautiful. Bravo, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Keep it up. Wow. Wow. I'll tell you, speechless. I know people are like, Vaughn, speechless? Yeah, it's happening. But thank you so much, Margaret. That was spectacular. And that family, bravo, getting all the talents, you know. And for the rest of us, don't put them under the bushel because they'll be given to Margaret and Spike. Keep your talents out or they're gonna take them. All right, well, so grateful that they shared their talents. So grateful for Margaret. We're now, we've got such a special treat now. She's already cringy, but Victoria is going to teach us about some eyeliner. Victoria is, I believe, the president of the Bay Area Affirmation chapter. This was her brainchild, and look at her beautiful face. This is her brainchild, and those earrings, to create this opportunity to share talents. And Victoria, I'm going to let you talk about more what you're doing.
Okay. Hello. Hi. Am I on? Is it working? Okay. So I don't have any actual talents, but I do have two really useful skills that I'm going to share with everybody tonight. So the first one is how to do winged eyeliner really fast. So the things that you need are a marker form of eyeliner. I like NYX. You can get it at CVS for $8. It's a great thing. You're going to need Q-tips and a little micellar water for boo-boos. Okay. So you grab your marker and this line right here of your eye, you just you pretend that line keeps going and you make a dot. Right? This is very difficult in this camera. And then you take that dot and you just connect it and you slowly build up until you're pretty. And then when you mess up, you grab your magic eraser and you just straighten that line right out. And that's it. That is the fast way to put on winged eyeliner. All right, that's all. Back to you, Vaughn.
Victoria, that was amazing. I tried following along. How did I do?
You're a vision of perfection, as you always are, my love.
I warned you and I warned Margaret that these, when it comes to art, I'll be sharing the one talent I think I might have, music later. But yeah, beautiful. You did a beautiful job. Me, not so much, but that doesn't
Thank
deter me.
you, friend.
I'm gonna try the other eye.
Okay.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it, but I'll wait.
Well, you do that. And should I introduce our next person?
Yes, please.
Hold on, let me unmute. So our next person, I'm not sure if they, woo. Okay, I'm having trouble. Nathan, do you want to unmute yourself and come on? Well, our next guest is Nathan Kitchen, president of Affirmation, saying hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hi,
Oh, was that it?
Nathan. How are you?
Well, I'm good. I'm amazed. This is a great start to the Memorial Day weekend.
Isn't this fun? What kind of where are you at? Where are you at right now? And what have you been doing during quarantine?
Well, I had a 6-week forced unpaid vacation, but last week I was able to start my work up again. So I've been wearing a whole bunch of protective gear and being about 6 inches away from people's mouths, doing dental work and hoping that science works.
Well, did you follow? I see you. If you followed along Victoria's tutorial, you did it very subtly. With the, unlike Vaughn, where subtlety is not my forte.
Well, that's subtlety is I don't know if that's a talent, but I do have a talent. I think my talent right now, my talent is providing public service announcements for Affirmation. So, if you like what you've seen today, visit our website, affirmation.org, and go to all of our activities, and you can see upcoming activities, both activities like this and support, so that you can get together with your queer peers here in Affirmation. If you see something that is not there that you would like to see, just let me know, let Joel know, our director of operations, and you can help spearhead something that you would like to do for all of us in Affirmation while we're being responsible, while we're staying home, while we're social distancing. It's kind of a remarkable way that society has changed and we're all doing things differently. One of the things we're going to do differently this year is we just can't responsibly bring people from all over the world to one location in September for an international conference. So this year we're doing something completely different. We're thinking outside of the box. We are doing our international conference virtually this year, and we are going to bring conference to you. And perhaps for the first time, you would be able to join with everyone in Affirmation and be a part of something big, be a part of this really great queer network that we have in Affirmation. And I'm excited to see how it goes. I just want to bring you the love and the support of our entire executive committee, from Laurie, who's our senior vice president, Jairo, who's our vice president, Joel McDonald, who is our director of operations. We're working hard to be able to just create the ability for you to shine, for you to have community, and for you to feel the support that you need in your life, and really to help show us and support us. So thank you all for being just really the best queers a guy could ask for. Cannot wait for part 2. So thanks for this intermission, and on with the show.
Well, thank you, Nathan, for coming and speaking to us. I think we all hoped against hope, right? That we could still get together. I tried, I withheld the tears because my eyeliner would run now, to know that we'll do it virtually. But, we have to, during the pandemic, we have to look at the bright side, and at least we can still get together. We have the technology to enable us to do activities like this and to get together as a global queer network, as you mentioned. So thank you to you. Thank you to all of the leadership team for your inspiration, for your guidance, for your leadership. We appreciate you. We're looking forward to that. That won't be the next event. I know there's a fireside next week with Charlie Bird and a special musical number. I forgot who, but I'm excited. And of course, we have this event, which is not even halfway through, friends. So, but there'll be no more coloring. I promise no lipstick, because that would just be, you know, it would be like the Joker. So thanks again, Nathan. And we'll move on to our next act, which is going to be Brian Porulian. And I hope I pronounced that well. He prefers the pronouns he, him, and he will be performing a song for us. Brian, without further ado, please.
Hello, and yes, you did pronounce that correctly. Hi, so I'm Brian. I'm going to be singing a song called "Woke Up in Nashville" by Seth Ennis. And yeah, anyways, hope the audio comes through. We're just gonna give this a try. Okay, cool. Make sure it's up and. I woke up in Nashville, but it still felt like a dream, like the one I've been chasing since the day I first played my dad's six string. I loaded up a hand-me-down car, never broke your heart. Didn't want to, but girl, I thought I had to. But dreaming's just sleeping here without you. So hello, I'm really glad you picked up your phone. I had to tell you, baby, I was so wrong for thinking you was something I could ever do without. But everything I wanted was in this town, but you were all that I needed all along. Yeah, it took me long enough, but I woke up in Nashville. 'Cause those Broadway lights don't shine the way that your eyes did when they were staring right back at mine. Been trying to live with only half of my heart, just sleepwalking in the Tennessee dark. If I can make every memory with you, then dreaming just sleeping here without you. So hello, I really glad you picked up your phone. I had to tell you, baby, I was so wrong for thinking you was something I could ever do without. Everything I wanted was in this town, but you were all that I needed all along. Yeah, it took me long enough, but I woke up in a cold sweat, catching my breath, dropping my pride and dropping you a line. I don't know where you are, I don't know who you're with, I don't know what to say, but I'm saying it. Well, I'm glad you picked up your phone. I had to tell you, baby, I was so wrong for thinking you was something I could ever do without. But everything I wanted was in this town. You were all that I needed all along. Yeah, it took me long enough, but I woke up. I woke up in Nashville, just thinking of you still. Thank you, guys.
Wow, wow, wow. One might think I would have had a cowboy hat for Nashville, but I didn't have one. So me waking up in Nashville.
Close enough. Close enough.
Wonderfully done. Brian, so tell me again where you live.
Oh, sorry, I'm in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Okay, fantastic. Yeah. And are you pursuing this as something, is this singing something you want to do, or?
There's some really good singers out there. So I do it for fun. I have a great time with it. If I ever just randomly ended up on, like, if someone was like, hey, here's a recording contract, sure. But there's a lot of really, really talented people out there. But yeah, writing is my main passion, but I love singing. I love music. Would be super happy doing that too. So yeah.
Great. Well done. If you want to vote for Brian, dial 1-866
No, please.
Idols.
Please
I'm
no.
kidding. Well done.
Thank you.
For sharing your talent. I would love to wake up in Nashville. I'll tell you right now. I'm in American Park, so Nashville would be a respite for me. No, American Park's fine. So we're going to move on, Brian. Thanks again to our next act. This is another Brian, but spelled Bryon, Sorensen. And he prefers the he, him pronouns, and he will be singing us a song. Actually, okay, it's Paul. Sorry, this is Amateur Hour by Vaughn. Paul Bird. Don't give me an open mic or a stage. You just never know what might happen. But next, we're going to go with Paul Bird, who comes to us from Arizona, and Paul will be playing us a little bit of the violin. Paul Bird.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, great. This is a little spaghetti western tune.
Yay! So good. I was feeling it, and so I got my granddad's farm hat out. I grew up on the farm in Idaho. So tell us all what's different between the violin and the fiddle. Because that sounded fiddle-ish to me, but I'm a novice.
Yeah, no, I've been dabbling in the fiddle lately. I'm classically trained though. There is no physical difference between the violin and the fiddle. It's just the way you play it.
Oh, really? So when were some of the elements of how you played the violin there more fiddle-esque, if I can be so bold?
No, not at all. They're synonyms. Fiddle, violin is the same thing. Different words for the same thing.
Who knew? I'm
like
shook.
Queer and gay.
I'm shook. Well, whatever it was, fiddle, violin, it was fantastic. How long have you been playing?
My whole life, I guess 24 years now, maybe. Yeah, 24 sounds right.
24 years. So that means you're 24 years young. Aren't you blessed? Me too, right? Right, Victoria? 24, yeah, just yesterday. Anyway, thank you so much, Paul. We really appreciate you sharing your talent. Keep it up. You know, you and Spike got to do a virtual duet. That would be kind of fun. I'm all for it. I'm there for it. I'm there for it. And I'll leave the hat behind. So without further ado, thanks so much. For those of you wondering where I got all my hats, well, I grew up on the farm next to my grandparents, and we were BFFs. And when they passed, many of their hats that they had, I was like, I want them, because I remember those things, I have those memories of them wearing the hats out on the farm. My grandmother had a box full of hats, fascinators, as you might call them. Now, she didn't wear them. I don't remember her wearing them, but hats were all the rage back in the day. And she has a box full of hats, and I didn't bring those out. Maybe I should. Maybe I will during a little break. I'll run down and grab them. But anyway, they were going to end up at the Deseret Industries, the DI, and I heard this news, and I said, hat rescue mission, and we rescued the hats. So I have grandma's hats too, and I'm not afraid to wear them or use them. Thank you very much. So without further ado, we are going to move on to Brian. Brian from Seattle. Brian, are you there? He's going to perform a song for us. Do we have Brian? We can always, you know, we can do things, and we can come, we are skilled here at Affirmation. We can improvise. We can do things when things don't. We can do things on the fly. So
maybe
next.
Kimberly would be willing to jump up next.
Wonderful. That's exactly where I was going,
Right?
darling. I love what you're wearing.
I love it.
Oh my gosh, are we wearing the same thing?
Oh my God, how did that happen?
That's-
We did not call each other this morning. I did not send you a Marco Polo. Look at this dress. She's got
Oh my
tassels.
goodness. That's fabulous. Is that one of the figure skating costumes?
No, but I got it at the same, speaking of the DI, I got it at the same thrift store. And actually Allie, who's performing later, was actually with me the day I found this dress. It's a really meaningful story to me, but it might not.
Well, I love the dress, and I love the, you know, the unplanned outfit coordination from you and me.
Since we can't be at our Memorial Day barbecues today, we're gonna just bring the pool to where we are.
That's right. That's right. Well done.
Like, they can't stop us from having fun. It's not possible. They can try. We will win. Okay. I'm gonna remute myself, and we're gonna pass it over to Kimberly.
We're gonna move to Kimberly. Kimberly Anderson recently graduated with either her master's or PhD, I forget, and that's my bad. She lives in the Bay Area, and she's been part of the Affirmation Bay Area chapter forever. I had the good fortune of being in town for business when she had her wonderful graduation party at Guy's house, Guy and Trey's house, and I was so glad to be there. And Kimberly is going to be reading us some poetry. Kimberly, go ahead and introduce it as you see fit, and looking forward to hearing from you.
Bonjour. Thank you, Vaughn. I saw you wearing the hats, and I have a stack of berets, and I couldn't resist. I can't tell if this is working for me or not. All right. So I don't have a PhD. I only have a second master's degree. So, but yeah, right. I will confess to not being a poet. I am a photographer by profession for 30 years, and I taught for 10 years, and now I'm a therapist, a marriage and family therapist. I am not a poet. But while I was going to graduate school, I was driving for Uber in San Francisco. And one Saturday prior to Mother's Day in 2016, I stopped at the Berkeley Whole Foods and walked in to get some snacks for dinner. And I walked in the front door, and I was greeted by the most beautiful Mother's Day flowers I've ever seen in my life. And the vision of all these boxes of Mother's Day flowers prompted me to write the following poem. There is profanity at the end. You have been warned. Mother's Day flowers. It is the day before Mother's Day. I stand looking down at boxes of flowers. I am struck at their beauty. With colors so rich I can feel them. I smell the faint whiff, and I dare not get closer. I don't want to be seduced. I hate these flowers. Flowers that I won't be able to give my birth mother because I do not know her. Flowers that I can't give to my adopted mother because I have estranged myself from her. Flowers that my ex-wife would never let me buy for her because she said they'd only die. What really died was a part of me each year. Flowers that my children won't give me because I am not their mother, nor am I any longer their father. I am something else to them now. Flowers that others will buy for the ones that they love. Flowers that others will receive from those that love them. I am envious. I could never buy them. I could never give them. I will never receive them. I hate these fucking flowers.
Thank you very much, Kimberly. I got my beret back on and thought, well, it's not quite a beret, but I love your beret. Wonderful poem. Thank you for sharing with us. And 2 masters, like, hello. Some of us don't have any masters.
This just means I'm master of nothing. I just need to keep becoming more masterful. Yeah. Well, thank you for the kind words about the poem. It's the only poem I've ever written. It might be the only poem I ever write.
Well, well done. And thank you for sharing that with us. And speaking of masterful, let's just move on to a masterful demo from Victoria again. This time of frosting flowers.
Okay, so in second of the series of like Auntie Victoria's essential femme skills, we're gonna learn how to make frosting roses. I'm gonna pull this down a little bit so you can see. Hi. So what you need is a frosting bag full of frosting. I like cream cheese buttercream because I'm a classicist. You need a number 102, number 103, or number 105 tip. Plenty of little squares of parchment, a little nail guy, and a wet paper towel for tidying up your business. So you want to hold it wide part down, okay, at an angle. Put yourself a little bit of frosting on your thing to sort of act as glue, and then you grab your parchment. You want to build up a kind of a good layer, like a good mound, and then on top of it, can we see, kind of come around. Then we take it and we go down and up and over, down and up and over, cross hatching. Sorry, I'm a little warm. And working your way around. You sort of overlap the petals. See what we're doing? And if anyone is like, that's not tidy, tell them to shut up and that they don't get cake. All right? And then when you're done, you take your little scissors, you cut through, and you move it on your cake, open your little scissors, and move out. That's it. I don't have a hat, but I do have a collection of big dumb flowers.
I love, oh my gosh. Oh shoot. They warned us that we touch our face 16 times an hour. I had no idea. Like, I was like, no, we don't do that. And this was my attempt at a
She's beautiful, Vaughn. I love her.
I had a little blob of cream cheese. I ran out of time, but I gave it a good shot, and I guess.
Like, in all honesty, I think yours looks better than mine. My frosting got real warm. It's all a melty mess. But she's good. Who cares? If it's pink and sweet, no one cares.
What was beautiful,
okay.
And I love the flower in your head as an homage to the flower that you did with frosting. And people, I'm a clear witness to that you touch your face regularly during the day. So keep those hands washed. We still have a road ahead of us. Stay safe, stay healthy.
No.
Wash them good. 20 seconds, right? 20 seconds. All right. So
the next one up is my baby sister, and I'm so excited, you guys.
please introduce your baby sister for us.
This is my sweet angel baby sister, Allie. Allie, unmute yourself and go. Allie, there she
Sounds
is.
good.
Angel baby, I love you.
Hey. Okay. Let's see if it actually focuses on me ever. Okay, so we're good? Okay. So I'm gonna perform a song. So I have a little band. Unfortunately, we're social distancing right now, so I had to learn to try and play and sing over the I'll just call it the break. So this is one of our songs. We wrote it like at the end of last year. It is called "The Path We Fear to Tread." Okay. We sit together, empty silence. Is there any more to say? Were we ever on the same page? Do I even want to stay? We've been building towards a love I could not crush. We've been falling forward, landing in embarrassed touch. We've been turning towards the truth we have to face. Do you want me where I am, or shall another take my place? Sit together on the sofa, on the bed or in the park. We can't talk but speak in silence. Do you think we've lost our spark? We've been turning towards the truth we have to bear. Shutting blinds, closing our eyes and trying not to care. We've been building towards a mess too big to clean, to purify, to cast aside, to just say what I mean. We can look straight through each other, only seeing what's ahead. But I want to hold your hand in mine and pull us toward the path we fear to tread. We sit together, hiding smiles, stowing all our tears away, struggling towards a kinder future. From our destined path we'll stray. We've been facing outward, never daring to glance in. We've been falling forwards towards the burning clouds within. We've been building towards a tower set to fall. Is it too late to turn back time and tear down all my walls?
Yay! Bravo, bravo, Ali. Ali, did you write that song too?
So I wrote the guitar parts for that. My friend my friend Rosie wrote the lyrics and the vocal parts. They usually sing it. I usually just play the guitar. So yeah.
Fantastic. Are you guys in a band, or are these just you gonna get together and jam out?
Yeah, we kind of started a band on accident. About a year and a half ago at this point. We kind of got together and I started playing some chords I put together and they're like, hey, I have lyrics for that. And so they threw their lyrics with the chords I put together and we realized that it worked really well. And so we kind of just kept doing like that. We have 20 plus songs now in under a year, which is pretty good. So.
That's awesome. Way to go. Maybe you can give me some guitar lessons. And how do you pronounce your last name? Is it Ali Uska?
Auska.
Auska. Okay. Ali Auska, ladies and gentlemen. You want to vote for Ali? Dial 186. Just kidding. Thank you, Ali, so much for sharing your talents with us. And I did get a little cleaned up. Had to get, it was a mess. I'm setting myself up for hopefully a little better display when I share my talent. But thank you so much, Ali. Brilliantly done. Thank you for sharing. We greatly appreciate it. So now we're going to move on to David Wood. David goes, his pronouns are he, him, and David's also going to perform for us a song. David Wood, are you there? Or Dan Wood, I'm sorry.
Dan Christensen.
Dan Christensen. Well, I had the wrong, that was probably me again. Dan Christensen.
I just want to break in and say that it is because the list I gave Vaughn is wackadoodle nonsense. This is entirely me anytime it goes out of order.
I forgive you.
It's totally fine. Well, Dan Christensen, thank you. Dan's gonna, now what you can't see with Dan is he's playing the piano for himself and singing. And let me just tell you, that ain't easy. Dan, take it away.
Thank you. So this is from a show that most of us can relate to. A child who is living the life her mother wanted her to live. And it's a vaudeville act. And the whole point of it is these children are performing and yet they keep having birthdays, which is a problem for the mother. This is a moment captured by a new kid in town in New York, Stephen Sondheim, in the musical Gypsy. And it's called Little Lamb. Little lamb, little lamb, my birthday is here at last. Little lamb, little lamb, a birthday goes by so fast. Little bear, little bear, you sit on my right there. Little hen, little hen, what game should we play and when? Little cat, oh, why do you look so blue? Did somebody paint you like that? Or is it your birthday too? Little fish, face. Do you think I'll get my wings? Little lamb, I wonder how old I am. I wonder how old I am.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Dan. Beautifully done. This is the closest thing I could come to lamb. But
Thanks for
Dan
the
has,
effort.
go ahead.
Thanks for the effort.
Always, I will always put in effort for any one of you. Dan has beautiful, yesterday in rehearsal, we were talking about Dan has such beautiful long hair. We were trying to get a fan to blow his hair as he played. We thought that would be a beautiful effect, but you didn't need it. The talent's there, it speaks for itself. No gimmicks needed, no fans, no anything. So, except all of us as big, huge fans. Thank you, Dan Christensen. If you want to vote for Dan, that's 1-866-IDLESO. Just kidding, Dan, thanks again. We're gonna move on, and I'm gonna get this right, to the beautiful, the lovely, the talented. This is the mother of Spike and Margaret, by the way. So if you didn't think talent ran in family, or if you did, it's just gonna prove you right. Heather is in the Bay Area. She's the mother to both Margaret, Spike, and there's also a Phoebe in there with talent that we're gonna hear from on the next time, I think. And she is Victoria's MoFem bestie. Heather is going to do something. I'm not even going to say what it is because I want there to be that element of surprise. So Heather, take it away.
Hi. Yeah, I'm glad you let cishet people participate. Thank you for being your token cishet. Okay. I can't hear anything because I've got the earplugs on, so I'm hoping things are good. I'm gonna play Holiday by Green Day. Let's hope it turns out right.
Oh no.
out of my ears.
Can you hear us now, Heather?
Yes, I can.
So there was at one point during your song, I couldn't help it. I was like, up doing this. I was mosh pitting, and I know that there's probably others I'm seeing in the chat that there are others that were doing their own little private mosh pits as well. So way to go. How many children do you have, Heather?
I have 3.
3. So it's Phoebe, Margaret, and Spike, right?
Yeah, Margaret's the oldest at 12. Phoebe's 9, turning 10 in like a couple months, and then Spike is 7.
Wow, and you just got given all of the talents, I guess, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
All the ones from us and those, who are watching that they put under the bushel, right? You kind of just like slid out from under the bushel and took to yourself. So
Thanks.
bravo, way to go. And to play it in a dress is bad. It's awesome. I mean, I won't even say the word I want to say, but fantastic. I loved it. And I love Green Day. Who doesn't love Green Day? So, and I got my do-rag out and we're having a good time. So thank you so much, Heather. Well done. Appreciate it. If you want to vote for Heather, we'll move on to, we're getting close to the end. So hang in there. Or get sad because we don't want this to end. But now I am going to introduce Mr. David Wood, who is going to be singing or performing a song for us. And I'll let David take it away. David, where are you from? Share with us where you're from and how are you, affiliated with Affirmation? Do we have David? Ew, David, ew. David. Any of you watching that, the Creek? It's Creek on beautiful show. I'm just looking to see if he is out there. I don't see David. David, are you there? Anyone see David? No? No, David. Oh, okay. Well,
I think we might have lost David.
oh no. I hope he's okay.
I know. Well, I'm sure he is.
Okay. Well, if anyone wants to message David, if you know David Wood, and give him a quick little chat to say, come on, well, we can move forward. I'm just going to need a quick second to switch back into my.
Right. Do you want me to do we want to have Joel make his announcements now, and then we'll do your closing number and then I'll say goodnight?
Yeah, that sounds great.
So you can prep?
Yeah.
Joel, do you mind coming on?
Not a problem. Wow.
We didn't give Joel any notice. That is the theme of this production is Victoria gives Joel no notice.
You know, it's all good. Coming from a theater background, I'm used to just being able to jump in and improv where needed. This has been such a great evening and an enjoyable way of starting the weekend. As I thought I saw Nathan comment in our chat earlier, I just wanted to share a few announcements from Affirmation as Director of Operations. 3 announcements in specific. But first, I wanted to share a talent. I didn't really say I was going to share a talent, but it runs in with our announcements. So I thought I would. With Affirmation, I get the opportunity to be a little creative, especially in digital graphics design. And so I wanted to show off what I got this week. I know, hopefully you can see it clearly on camera. This is an official Affirmation Love is the Greatest of All t-shirt that I designed for Affirmation. And this shirt is actually available to anybody right now. And I'm about to tell you how in a later announcement. So let me share my screen real quick and to go along with my announcements. And all right, so the first thing I want to share is that tomorrow is a deadline for our strategic planning survey. So if you're on our mailing list and have been on our social media, you've probably seen announcements about the survey. It's at survey.affirmation.org. Over 300 people have completed the survey so far. And this information is going to be used by the board of directors in a strategic planning session that's scheduled 2 weeks from now. We are supposed to meet in person in Salt Lake this year, but obviously with COVID-19, we're not, so it's being done virtually. But it's so important that we hear from the community what they think about Affirmation's mission and objectives and priorities, and give some input so that we can set the direction of Affirmation for really the next 3 years. So it's really important. The deadline is basically midnight tomorrow Mountain Time. And again, that's at survey.affirmation.org. And the t-shirts available in a variety of colors, and it's available if you go to affirmation.org/donate. Now, all you need to do to get a shirt is to make a $25 a month donation to Affirmation while becoming a member. If you go to the donate page right now, that's the default setting. So you just have to enter your information and payment information and become a member. It's probably never been more important for those who are able within the LGBTQIA Mormon community to support Affirmation financially as we continue to try to connect and uplift and empower all within this community. So please consider supporting Affirmation financially. Again, $25 a month, and we will send you one of these shirts. We're very excited about that. And as mentioned earlier in this evening, next Sunday on the 31st, we're having our first Affirmation Live monthly virtual fireside featuring Charlie Bird, who is a former BYU Cougar, Cosmo the Cougar, former BYU Cosmo the Cougar. He has spoken at Affirmation conferences in the past and was very popular. He has an upcoming book that's going to be published by Deseret Book, and he will be talking about that book and sharing some stories. And then we have leading West End lady, Savannah Stevenson, who's going to be doing a variety of numbers, well-known hymns and musical numbers from well-known shows. This is an event not to miss. It's going to be 7 p.m. Mountain next Sunday, really in the same place, live.affirmation.org to view it on the website. And there's links to the Facebook Live and YouTube to view there as well. So I hope that you'll join us for those great events. And thank you so much to the Pacific region and everyone involved in setting up all of the performances this evening. It's been so great and enjoyable, and really just so uplifting to connect with everyone and to receive of your talents during this time where we've been unfortunately so socially distanced. So thank you.
Thank you, Joel. Joel's the best. He's just the coolest. We would be nothing and misery without Joel. Vaughn, are you ready? I get to introduce my friend Vaughn. Who I am just desperately in love with. Vaughn and I met at a brunch at Encircle and have found each other across the country every chance that we possibly get. We were clearly twins in the pre-existence. I love you so much. Thank you for rescuing me, my favorite brother. So here's my bestie, Vaughn.
Great. Well, thank you, Victoria. We are inseparable. So I have not tested the sound, so we're going to do our best, but I can attest while I'm getting this ready, I can attest to the awesomeness of Joel. I am one of the moderators for the Fathers in Affirmation group. We're about 360 strong GBT dads. And it's an amazing group, and we weren't going to let this pandemic slow us down. We have an annual retreat that we host in Lehigh, and that, of course, it was in March, and we had to make the difficult decision to postpone it. But we're not to be deterred, and we reached out to Joel, and Joel helped us with the Affirmation Zoom account, and we've been having weekly retreats, weekly virtual fathers retreats to provide support, love, and there's a lot of I know we talk a lot about the LGBT youth, and so important to do so, but there's also many of us who are adults who are struggling and need love and support and care, and so that's one of our groups. So without further ado, for those of you who know me, you know that drama is in my middle name. And so I'm going to do a very dramatic song from The Greatest Showman. And hopefully the sound is balanced. If not, well, we'll just deal. I'm trying to hold my breath, let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end. You set off a dream in me, getting louder now. Can you hear it echoing? Take my hand, will you share this with me? 'Cause darling, without you, yes, that's Victoria. All the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold, but still too little. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough. Never be enough for me. Never, 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 never for me, for me. Never enough, never enough, never enough for me, for me. All the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough, never be enough for me. Never, 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 never for me, for me. Never enough, never enough, never enough for me, for me, for me. Okay.
I'm literally dead. I have died. It's over. Call someone to come revive me. I love you so much. That was beautiful. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay, so I think, do you want to say goodnight, Vaughn?
I would love to say goodnight to all of you. I'm going to take my camera here and show, if you couldn't see how we represented, we've got all the flags for each of our beautiful population. And we've got our rainbow Jesus, who loves and accepts us all just as he was always intended to, and he always has. And so wonderful job by all the beautiful talents tonight. I can't thank you all enough for being vulnerable, for opening your hearts to us, for opening and showing us your vulnerability and your talents. What a beautiful thing to have such amazing people, not only who shared their talents, but behind the scenes, the Affirmation leadership team, just anyone and everyone who reaches out, who is joined here tonight to show support, to show love. That counts and that matters. And it's always enough. It's always enough. Love is always enough. And I love the new shirts. Take the time, donate, get a shirt. That the next fireside be fun to have all the same shirts. We could all be matchy-matchy, not just my lover, Victoria, and myself, but we can all be matchy-matchy. So thanks, Nathan. Thank you, everyone, all of the artists. You're amazing, you're magnificent, you're beautiful, just the way you are, and we love you so much. And we love you all who have joined remotely and have shared this evening with us. And without further ado, we shall say so long, farewell. No, I'll stop, but we're not going to do that. But good night and have a wonderful
I just want to thank a couple people before we say goodbye. Okay, hi. I just wanted to thank everybody who came out for this. I so appreciate it. You're all the best. Thank you to Guy and Brant specifically, who make the San Francisco chapter run. I don't do anything, I just have bad plans. And thank you to Affirmation, who keeps letting me throw parties for queer Mormons. Let's keep going. We're trying to get us all to like Gallery View to say goodbye, but I don't think I'm host, so I don't think it's gonna happen. But just imagine all of us doing this. I love you all so much. It's gonna be okay. All right, this is over.
Bye.
I don't know. Ah, Joel, help!
Oh, you know what? You're not host anymore, so you don't have the option, do you?
Oh, shoot.
All right, I'm going to turn it off
How do we do that?
from my end.